What? What? Coy, no! Why didn't you tell me about that? No! What the
It's one of my favorite Elseworlds twists ever.
Ugh, that hurts so bad. But it's also, like, kind of brilliant. Like,
so genius. Good citizens of the Reject Nation, it is time once again for a first watch. This time we are diving into Flashpoint, a DC animated movie I have never seen. John has ever seen?
Never seen it, Coy.
Have you read the comic?
No, I've not read the comic, Coy.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited, though. That's
So,
1 out of 3.
1 out of 3, and you know Barry Allen as a concept.
I know him as a person and as a concept, and we're good friends in real life.
We're going to find out how that tailors into this as we dive into Flashpoint. Now, I have read the comic book myself, but it's been years, and I intentionally did not reread it because I hear they adapted it very well. Very dutifully and very honorably. And this feels the right time going into the year of the Flash. Next year, we finally get our Flashpoint movie, so this feels like the time to do it while we're up at Greg's wedding in snowy Colorado. Also, disclaimer, if I seem like I'm dying at any point, it's because I am. I have a horrible ear infection that spread to my nose and throat, so if I sound off or look off, it's because I'm off. But if I cough, it's not the Rona. I'm not just willingly putting John in the hot seat of doom. I'm not the Yellow Flash or certain actors that play the Flash. I won't put people in harm's way. All right, so before we get into this, please do
What do you mean, Coy?
So before we get into this, please do leave a like, leave a comment, let us know what else you'd like us to watch in the DC animated pantheon, because I read the comics, watch the movies, but I have a weak spot for animation, so teach me, show me what I need to watch. And if you want to watch this as a full feature-length sync-up where you line up with your own copy, head on over to the Real Rejects Patreon, where we watch the entirety alongside you for our full reaction, a line-to-line, start-to-finish Flash experience. Let's get into it. How cinematic the openings always are. Running.
No, well, and the silence, I was like...
Very unnerving.
Yeah.
Focus stop for people who need help!
Not so fast, Barry Allen. Forget about them. You can't change other people. Accept the things you cannot change. Have the courage to change the things you can. And have the wisdom to know the difference.
I was in AA. Oh. Oh.
I could have saved her.
Come on, stop doing this to yourself. What was that saying your mother had? About accepting the things you can't change?
The Justice League.
Already assembled. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Well, Flash. Once again, it looks like you're the bottom, and I'm the top.
Good pun work.
Exhibit's closed, Top.
Come back during business hours. Dang.
The old Rogues Gallery. Clever.
Oh, cool texture.
None of you clowns are smart enough to pull this off.
You're quite right, of course, Flash.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna bring this shrine to your ego down on your head, along with 10 square blocks of Central City and everyone around.
We didn't bring any bombs.
Oh, but I did.
The Legends of Tomorrow didn't agree to this.
The adhesive will never completely liquefy, regardless of speed.
I'm counting on that.
Ooh. Taste your medicine.
If it means shattering your golden throne in history, linking your name forever to this city's darkest hour, then my life is a small price to pay.
Oh, here we go.
Your lives aren't worth much.
But Flash's life is. Each of you take one of the rogues as far from Central City as you can.
We'll attempt to disarm the devices once sufficiently isolated.
Ready, break. Cool.
I'm excited for James Gunn to give us some good Green Lantern.
Yeah, right. Anybody can figure this out. It's Cyborg.
Yeah. Robot stuff.
0000001. I've got a million microbes eating the bomb's wiring.
I was like, the fish though, bro. That's like your whole thing. Oh.
This is gonna blow up a bunch of fish. That's how they catch fish, in parts of the world. Just drop some dynamite.
Figure it out. It's great for the ocean. Batman willing to risk himself in the bubble.
Oh, smart. Yeah. Oh, we are as dust in the wind, dude. Cool.
See, that's how you write Superman.
You can't save everyone. Not the ones that matter to you.
Like your mom.
He's subtle.
You couldn't save your mom.
You okay?
Don't worry about me, Bats. I'm fine. Nothing I can't run off.
This movie's great.
Yeah.
Everyone's so like them.
Yeah, I'm loving this so far.
Cold is on the loose already?
Do we really have to learn this stuff on TV? Doesn't anyone call the cops anymore?
Barry, are you all right?
Mom? You're here.
Well, of course I'm here. You promised me you'd take me to dinner on my birthday. It's my birthday. The end of the world can't stop that.
What?
It's okay, Barry. It's easy for a busy young man to forget his old mom.
Aww.
But everything else has changed, and I have to find out why. I think it probably has something to do with me being...
Gay.
What?
What?
It's okay. I love you no matter what.
Good mom.
That delivery was so great.
Brace yourself for a shock. I'm the Flash.
Oh.
The Flash is gay?
Fastest man alive, fights crime, very famous superhero.
Superhero? You mean like Batman?
He could kick Batman's ass, though.
I'm way better, thanks. Oh, they're doing this so well. It's so cool.
Oh. Gunman.
It's John Wick in a cowl.
So cool. I love a good yo-yo based villain. Imagine if this is how Batman died.
By a yo-yo.
Death by yo-yo.
Where's the Joker?
He's even got a 5 o'clock shadow.
I mean, angst.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Let me help you get it off.
Even if I did know, it wouldn't do you any good, Bats. He's probably already dead.
Then so are you.
No, damn.
Cyborg? I surrender to you.
Absolutely.
Batman! You should have let her hit the pavement.
We're trying to help all the people. While there's still a world left, we need you. Pied Piper, Citizen Cold, Shade, Sandman, the Shazam kids.
Shazamily?
You can't just turn your back on this, Batman. Now we've got a chance to stop this war and save the world.
War's over, soldier. You just don't know it yet.
They've painted an Elseworlds so quickly. Like, they've done such a good job.
Yeah, it's like
It's a lot of exposition. They're like, "Bleh."
Yeah, but it's good because it's also like the right kind of disconcerting. The
Yeah.
end is nigh.
Yeah, a little Watchmen flavor.
What's Watchmen?
No, I don't need help. Everything's fine now.
No. No, it's not.
Sorry, bro. Very not fine.
How is my little angel? Awesome! Dad Daddy took me out to lunch, and we had chicken wings, and I told him about the invasion.
God, this is just like Superman Returns. Can't hate this guy.
Where's weird Lex Luthor? That was James Marsden, just animated.
Yeah. Anna Marston.
Can't catch a break even in animation.
You were the James Bond of superheroes. What turned you into the Unabomber?
Who are you? I said, who the hell are you?
Who? Owlman?
Bruce is dead. I watched him die.
He's the one who died that night in the alley. No. Died, and you lived. You're his father.
Damn. Oh, snap. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, that hurts.
Where the hell are you? I'm at the rendezvous point.
Run, James Cameron.
My name is Colonel Steve Trevor of the United States Special Forces. I'm here to retrieve Lois Lane. Lois Lane is a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist who's been embedded in New Themyscira for 3 months, gathering intel on your Amazons for cyborg.
The Queen of the Amazons is a servant to her people.
Take him out for snoo.
Nothing is beneath her.
Oh. Except that. Oh. Nothing's beneath her except a corpse in the ground.
Of her Steve Trevor.
Yeah.
In my world, I'm a hero, named the Flash. Bruce took me here, showed me...
Ow!
Let me show you that I'm telling the truth. My uniform is in that ring.
Put it on, Bat Flash.
See?
I told...
He hates you. So much he'll destroy everything to kill you. But his psychosis requires that you know he's responsible.
Could anyone, even Thawne, be that deranged?
Yup.
If I were to help you, what exactly would we need?
Just what's over there and unbelievably bad weather.
Check.
Welcome to Gotham.
All we have is bad weather.
And angst.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a lot of death. I suggest if you want to prevent further tragedies of this magnitude.
Got me. Ravager's getting ravaged. Oh.
Battle stations.
Let's go, Joe Manganiello.
He's got this.
Ooh. Wow.
He's a waterbender.
Whoa. Ooh. Nice. Suck him up.
Oh. There he is. Patrick Wilson doing the work.
Now he just has to get naked.
I mean, it's inevitable.
It's never complete until Patrick Wilson's naked. Ah. Hey, Black Manta. Cool.
Yeah.
Surface dwellers, my lord, not Amazons.
Meddlers, Orm. They're in my way. At least I know I was right.
No survivors.
Damn. This is cold, Coy.
It's a dark other world.
Comics are supposed to be fun.
I was happier when I was watching the Red Hood. And that was violent as fuck.
You know, they say that lightning doesn't strike the same place twice.
They say a lot of things. Now why don't we pull the switch and find out?
They have debunked that lightning thing.
Many times. Dr. Wayne.
He's a medical doctor, not a,
That's
not
true.
a doctor of weather. Not a meteorologist.
Come on! I'm here! I'm right here!
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Whoa.
Yeah, I was like, do those chemicals work the same in this universe?
Oh. I turned the Flash into Deadpool.
Medium well.
Sir, let my team take out that Atlantean device.
But our top analysts say without the Batman, you have no team. Thank you for everything you've done for this country, Victor. But as of now, you're relieved of duty.
Thank you, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah,
What year
welcome
was
to
this
Obama's
made?
America.
This is what happened.
Yeah. This is the Elseworld we were all living in. Ooh, you son of a bitch. Pushing too many pencils. Oh.
That's how Predator really went down.
Dude. Steamy.
When the land and the waters unite.
No, it's okay. They deserve to be happy.
After destroying the world.
Yeah. Oh. Whoa. Killed Amber Heard.
They're moving this so quickly. I'm wondering how the live action movie is going to possibly tell this story.
That'll be fine. I'll just get it out in an expositional monologue. What? 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 Coy, no! Why didn't you tell me about that? No! What the
It's one of my favorite Elseworld twists ever. It's one of my favorite twists ever.
That's
Batman and the Joker that way? That's the Batman and the Joker?
That hurts so bad. But it's also like kind of brilliant. Like
So genius. That's why they have this lifelong feud. Genius.
And to return to Crime Alley that way, like,
genius.
I fear we could sweep clean the ocean floor as well as the surface world.
I see. Then we will take the Witch's Island by force.
They will pay for what they did to Queen Mira.
Why did you say that name?
Never to speak her name.
Queen Martha.
How does he stay so bulky under the sea?
He's that dense.
He's so thick. He's like 12 C's thick.
Because of you, I'll be responsible for the deaths of millions.
That can't be good.
The odds against recreating the exact variables of the original accident are...
Then just try to douse the flames a little faster this time, okay?
You know, they say lightning doesn't strike thrice.
That old expression. I feel good about this tape. This is gonna...
Yes, masking tape. I'm getting too old for this shit. Whoa. Sweet. Oh, so cool.
Told you I was fast.
Need a drink.
The Amazons captured some of Aquaman's advanced scouts. Wonder Woman's lasso made them spill their guts. Literally.
Oh. Golden lasso of evisceration.
A rodent of unusual size.
They remain defiant in the face of...
The goat. Yeah. Let's go, Barreled.
I know, Thawne has the yellow ghost trails. It's reverse flash. Stupid.
Amazons, be ready for...
Oh, jeeps.
Who are you? What are you?
Or when are you?
Oh.
I can't believe you didn't get an arrow shot through it.
I would have if it weren't for whichever one of you can run at super speed.
I don't know what you think just happened, but there ain't no speedster on this team.
Nah, it's Canterbury Cricket.
What do you think just happened, Grifter? You saw.
Yeah,
Like,
you were
did you
there.
just...
Nah, we're taking credit for that.
No, that was ours. Don't worry about
This
it.
is just an incidental byproduct of our greatness.
Crazy coincidence.
I had to make some last-minute alterations.
I suggest you take it for a test run and make sure you can break that time barrier. Once we know that,
We can stop Darkseid.
so I'm finally on the other end of that trick.
I feel like the Batman getting Batman is now its own
In every
trope
universe.
scene, yeah.
Even when it's Thomas Wayne.
Yeah. When none of us are immune from this.
Like, my son would hate this too.
I get it, guys. It's annoying.
I'm fine.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
Get him. Maybe not on your first run.
No, Barry. Just gotta practice a little more.
This mission is no cakewalk. In fact,
In all likelihood, it's a one-way trip. And if I'm afraid, if I want to back out, no hard feelings, something like that?
something like that.
Except you have to do it.
All my life, I felt like something really special was waiting for me. I think I just found it, so the last thing I am is afraid.
Ooh, Hal Jordan's got no fear in any universe.
In my new memories of this timeline, I saw something. A meteor. It hit a city.
Metropolis, 30 years ago.
The same day Superman's rocket crashed in my reality.
What, has Pa Kent just been telling him to keep it on the low?
Did you actually listen this time?
Yeah.
You still need a strategist for your little army?
Yes.
I'll do it. But my way.
I kill everybody, only use guns.
A lot of guns.
He wants to stop the war. So do we. That's all he needs to know.
I don't hack into government systems, Batman.
You do now. If you want me on your little suicide squad.
Ah! Amanda Waller, where's she at in this universe?
Definitely if dead if Lex got taken. Like if you're hunting smart people.
Yeah.
Which I imagine they would have done, right? Like tactically.
I'm trusting that this is absolutely necessary.
That's why we're here.
Damn. It's like the thing in here.
Oh, the S stands for hope.
So cool. Oh no. Oh no.
Notice the color of the room. So smart.
Are you okay?
Is that Clark?
Help me.
Healing can begin.
So beautiful.
I have direct orders from the President of the United States.
Maybe I can end this peacefully.
Yeah, maybe.
Freaking Batman over here. Sweet.
Ooh. Guns.
Gunman. Whoa! Damn! Let's go, Soups.
Friends.
Damn.
Superman! Close your eyes!
Oh. God, this is so twisted. Oh no. No, existential crisis Superman. Not now.
There you are, baby. Hold still for highball.
The green torpedo.
Beware my power, asshole.
In brightest day, in bitchest night. Ooh, yeah.
Final battle between Atlantis and the Amazons has begun.
There's nothing we can do now. Enjoy the things you love with the time we have left. There's bound to be looting in Gotham by now. I don't want to miss that.
We'll go to London, fight both sides, and save the world in the process.
What the hell? Let's do this.
Is the bat plane big enough for all of us?
The what?
The what? Oh no.
Lois Lane was an embedded reporter turned resistance fighter. She saw something in New Themyscira.
Oh.
Of an eye.
Thawne.
If it was him, why let Lane live, much less help her? And if he's as fast as you,
why let himself be seen?
Incoming!
Because he's a serial killer and he wants credit.
Yep. Psychopath.
Woohoo! Sweet. What chaos.
So much.
And it's cool to have these two factions warring.
Like, Flashpoint could be a trilogy. Like, there's so much.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
You know what I mean?
How cool would that be?
Like, this is like Black Hawk Down.
Yeah.
Like, just this, but with characters you've lived with.
Call up James Gunn, Coy.
James, I got an idea.
Once we have Aquaman and Wonder Woman, this war is over.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, the people's elbow.
Oof. You murdered my wife, Diana.
She tried to assassinate me, Arthur. I was protecting myself.
Yet you wear her helmet like a trophy.
No, a warning.
You cheated, man.
I can't believe I ever loved you.
You never did.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh.
Zam. Oof. Oof. Ow.
Oof. Nope.
Nope. Yep. I'm getting out of here.
Not my fight.
Fall, damn it, fall!
Let's go, not Deadpool.
Yeah, come on, almost Deadpool.
Sweet.
I think Grifter was around the same time too. I think he was like a 90s.
Really?
Yeah, there's
yeah, man. They need their they need
You
their
need your guy.
equivalent. Yeah.
A pity we never teamed up when the world still existed.
Batman and Grifter, the boy idiot. Take your team up the right flank.
Oh no! 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 You didn't tell me this was gonna do all this shit to me, Coy.
It's not a light story.
This is a crazy ride.
Find the speedster. Change all this.
No! I won't stand by while people are...
Uh-oh.
I love what you've done with the place.
This is all your fault!
Oh no. Ah! Holy rebar, Batman. No. So frustrating. Yeah. Cool guys spit out blood.
Yeah. Then they see what vengeance must be wrought.
No, Grifter, my new favorite character.
Ooh, yeah, even got Deadpool taken out.
Yeah, I got Boromired.
What did you do to the world? I didn't do any of it. You did.
How's that?
You broke the time barrier, Flash. Time boom. Ripples of distortion radiated out through that point of impact, shifting everything just a tiny bit. Enough for events to happen slightly different.
So we call the butterfly effect?
Time boom.
And in a supreme act of selfishness, shattered history like a rank amateur. And I'm the villain?
Things aren't looking good.
Mm-mm.
Oh, wow. God, the sound effects, too.
Yeah, the sound design's been solid.
Oh, oh, that's cold.
No!
Oh, no. Ooh. Ooh.
How is the enchantment broken?
With a word.
Speak the word.
No.
Shazam!
Now speak it again. Oh.
Your metal skull will decorate my great hall.
Whoa! Huh.
Hero, friend.
You can fix him, Skinny Clark. Ugh. Ooh.
There will be no glorious victor, Diana.
What I do now, I do for the good of all.
As do I.
Oh, boy.
What are you doing? Getting you out of here before he...
Oh, no.
It's too late.
Ah. Wow.
As long as I can siphon off the Speed Force, you can't escape this timeline. I'm afraid there just isn't enough Speed Force to go around.
Oh. That'll do it. Wow! Brain, full brain. Gunman.
Gunman doing the work.
Gunman doing the work.
His last act as Gunman.
Not if you go back in time and fix this.
Take my gun.
Shoot your mom.
Shoot your mom, Barry. Save the world.
Run.
Go, 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 go.
Oh, come on, Barry. Ooh. I was wrong. Oh, come. No. It's interesting, too, what they. Whoa. 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 Ooh.
Stop! You'll kill everyone!
Oh, wow.
You have to stop! Who the hell? Get away!
Whoa. Trippy. Oh, Jesus. Great fake. Great fake out.
I think I finally got it, Mom. The things you were trying to teach me.
Barry?
Iris?
Aww.
You broke the chronal barrier, went back in time, prevented your mother's murder, and completely changed the time stream.
Nearly destroying the entire world along the way.
So cool.
I remember every birthday cake my mother ever baked me. Perhaps some kind of temporal after effect?
Or perhaps it was a gift.
Oh, I guess because he had it on him. Whew. The Batman who cries. The yellow lines now too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my favorite Flash suit.
The balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go, Barry. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Dude, that was like Phantasm good.
That was
really,
legit.
really good.
That was so legit.
They did so much in an hour and 20 minutes.
I know.
Because Flashpoint is dense.
I was going to say, how does this stack up as an adaptation?
There's only a couple little side things they like. It's the story. Like, I'm shocked at how like they authentically captured that. That's the story. Holy crap.
I thought that was Michael B. Jordan. I should have called
what
it
a
out.
stacked cast.
I was like, it's definitely got to be his voice.
They really did the damn thing.
Yeah.
So I haven't reread Flashpoint because I was going to read it right before the movie, the live action movie, and I'm glad I didn't because now I'm going to have, I remember the big beats, and this hit all the big beats with giving me a couple surprises of like who killed who when. Because if I just read it, I'd like remember it all. But I think going into the movie, which is going to be very different, that's the way to do it.
Well, and it's interesting too because like watching this, I'm like, okay, I could see what Zack Snyder used, for especially the Snyder cut things, and even with Barry coming through the Speed Force to talk to Bruce and BBS. Like, it's interesting that the Flash movie will wait.
Bradley Baker, is that forgot? Oh, Carrie Elways was Aquaman.
Cool.
Danny Houston, I thought that was him. Ron
Lang.
Perlman was Deathstroke.
I love that he was Lex Lang. We'll have to pull up the cast list after this just to have everybody.
Yeah, so Grifter was Jim Lee, so I do think that was that early 90s. So Grifter's cool because his mask is literally just a piece of fabric and it's tied behind his head, so it always like drifts. So it's literally like a grifter, like a guy in the street. Like it is, yeah.
That's delightful.
He's a merc on the edge. I'm so impressed with that.
Yeah, this was really good. This was like really tight.
Mm-hmm.
And like such a great way to disconcert you throughout.
The use of sound was great.
Yeah.
Like you said, the silence in the beginning and the silence at the end, like when he went through time. Really cool use of sound design.
Really good bookends thematically.
Yeah. And it was so heavy. Like, the comic is brutal. I mean, this is brutal. But the comic, like, it's one of those books you, like, finish a chapter and you're like, because of the cliffhanger, I want more, but I'm so emotionally wrought.
Take a break.
Yeah, it's like a brutal read.
It's a bleak world.
And it's, I think it was, who wrote Grant Morrison, and I think it was in the Jeff Johns run. But I remember, like, the impact in all the other comics was pretty huge, too.
Oh, it's got to be, right? I mean, this is the kind of story you do when you're, like, gonna jumble things up.
Blow it all up.
Yeah.
I love, I was so afraid I ruined it for you because I was like, you don't know who Bruce is. I mean, you don't know what happened to Bruce. And I was like, oh no. Oh, did I go way too much? And then the Joker moment, I was like,
oh, dude, that was nuts.
What a great way to birth the Joker.
That was so nuts. And it's like, I would have watched more of that. Like, I would have watched scenes with her, like, being the Joker, but you don't even need it. It's just knowing that that's what happened in Crime Alley instead is, like, the perfect twist.
In the comics, they have that, so you can read it.
Oh, good. Oh no! Oh no! No!
Yes. Okay, so does this have a direct sequel then? Because I know some of the animation movies have like a shared universe sequel situation. Does it go right into Darkseid? Because that'd be dope.
It could.
It could.
I'm not sure. Greg
like the
would
Justice
be the
League
person
Apocalypse
to ask.
movie?
Yeah,
because I know that's a thing.
This was 2013.
Holy crap, that was 10 years ago. They did a great job 20 years ago. Oh, there's a Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. That might be it.
Yeah, maybe.
Because Etrigan being introduced, like that allows for a lot. Anyway, we'll find out what the continuity is because I am so down. Audience, if you want more of us watching these, you let us know. If you want that, comment.
Oh, dude, I'll do these all day, every day. These are super fun because I feel like these have the best of both worlds. Like watching Under the Red Hood, watching this, and just thinking about the couple other of especially the DC animated movies I've seen. It's like they have. I feel like some of the grittiness that the live action movies are always trying to capitalize on now, but they have just the right amount of comic book wonderness too. Like this is super dark, but it's still like a comic book in a way that's like totally to me appropriate. So like I love these. Like these are in some ways like ideal iterations of these two.
I'd like Flashpoint, the one that's coming out, to reset the universe, which I think it inevitably is, because there's no. This sounds disrespectful, but it's not. With how much they're changing. Without it changing everything to reset the universe, I don't think they'd be fighting so hard to get it out.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know what I mean? Like
they
if
just
they
moved it up even.
Right.
Yeah.
So like if you're going to cancel things, like if you're going to make the $90 million tax cut off Batgirl, you would more likely make the $200 million tax cut off Flashpoint.
Sure.
So like I feel like it has to reset the universe.
Yeah.
But
now would be the time.
And now is the time
Yeah.
because you're resetting. But what I'm curious about is like Aquaman 2 will come out.
Yeah.
Like, how does that?
Do you know
what I mean?
are we gonna get a bunch of like hanging threads of? Is this gonna become like a Ryan Murphy situation,
Or like the
where
X-Men?
Yeah,
Like, look at what New Mutants did. Is Aquaman X-Men? Or is Shazam 2 X-Men? New Mutants. Where it's like the kids get moved, they get delayed, they get canceled. There's cliffhangers that sets up,
I'm fascinated to know, because it would seem like, after a Flashpoint movie, you would have to have even if you kept the same casting, and part of me wonders if they may continue with some or a lot of the casting. But
I think they are because they gave Patty Jenkins the option to do Wonder Woman 3, and it sounds like she's the one that didn't like the notes, right? Because like the report that came out was like, hey, we just want you to rewrite this for this tone, and she was like, this is the Wonder Woman I want to do. And it seemed like it was a mutually, like they all decided not to go together.
Sure.
So I don't know if they'd go to Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot if not that.
Yeah.
That gives me some hope in Henry Cavill. But with Flashpoint, the live action movie just moved up, like you said, which is a bummer because it means we don't get that anniversary date with Batman.
Oh,
that was my first thought. Was like the 623 was the tie-in to Batman, the Keaton Batman, and as you can see, there's a lot of Batman.
Yeah,
and I mean, because I hear it's like a Batman '89 sequel more as much as it's a Flash movie.
Well, and after everything we just heard about, like the Batman Beyond, proposed movie too, with going even further back into the Burton-verse.
Yeah,
and it's like I could see how you would adapt and change this to incorporate a Michael Keaton Batman.
But if you're restarting everything through Flashpoint, you could have Flashpoint. That's we're about to get in the summer, 6 months away. That could be the end of a universe, and then we could do a Flashpoint trilogy in 10 years.
That would be so.
Do you know
cool.
what I mean? Like you could build up to Flashpoint again with your new cast.
Yeah, because it makes me wonder what the Flashpoint movie, and we'll talk about this movie at some point. But
so sorry, it's just where my brain is.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it makes me wonder what the Flashpoint movie is going to look like when compared to this, because it seems like with what it needs to do functionally for the current DCU, it would have to change a good amount of things and probably swap out certain characters. I mean, like the core characters would probably stay the same in certain parts of the conflict, but like all the different robes that we've never, you know what I
mean?
Yeah, and then what's going to be the involvement?
There is no Hal Jordan
and is there going to be a war between Atlantis and Themyscira? Is there going to be Wonder Woman and Aquaman?
So I'd love for them to do a Flashpoint that's coming out to end the universe and then adapt this as a trilogy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's good that the movie isn't called Flashpoint.
Right, that helps.
Because, it's like you could do Flashpoint things, but you could probably save the intimacies of this story, for later, minus the stuff where he saves his mom, I guess.
Yeah, and you could have the same mom conflict with the new Flash, because I almost guarantee...
Same mom flick,
if you will.
Yes.
Because I guarantee there's going to be a new Flash at the end of the Flash movie.
It's Ezra Miller.
I mean, again...
There's at least 3 Ezra's Miller.
Tons of Ezra's Miller?
Yes. So many Ezra's Miller.
Okay, so this movie, sorry, I got excited, because I'm really excited for what they're building, James Gunn and Peter Safran, but this movie itself... 10 years old, holds up incredibly well. Yeah. I was so impressed. This might be, like Mask of the Phantasm, I consider the definitive Batman movie. I love Nolan's. I love Pattinson. I love Batfleck. I love them all, but like they're all within the parameters of the universe they're building. Like the Batman built in a universe. Chris Nolan's Batman is a new universe, and what Ben Affleck was able to do was in the parameters of Zack Snyder. What Phantasm was the Batman animated series, which to me is one of the best adaptations of the comic book to life. Like that feels like the comic book. So I feel like Phantasm is the most we can feel like we're watching a comic come to life.
Yeah,
like
totally,
that feels
totally,
like the
absolutely.
comic.
I would agree.
This was on par with that for me, and that's saying a lot. Like this is an A. This is solid. It's incredible. How much like 3 different points I was like, this is moving. Like there's so much happening in all the worlds and things.
Yeah, well, and it moves and it's really tight, but it doesn't feel rushed.
Right.
Which is very gratifying, especially, when you compare to some of these movies that have, the same amount to do in more time.
Yeah.
Which is funny to me. And I mean, granted, there's, I'm sure, a difference in sensibility. I'm sure you can, accept things easier in an animated setting than a live action setting for
Agreed.
certain things. But no, totally. Like, Mask of the Phantasm does have that quality where it's like, this is absolutely, cut of the comic cloth, but it's still gothic and kind of heavy. And there are, there's pathos and nuances that, are also cinematic and like a full on movie. And yeah, this definitely has that quality. And I loved the disconcertion of it all, and like, does it play out that way in the comic? Like when
Comic is so uncomfortable.
I bet, because this was uncomfortable, and I loved that. Yeah, they throw that stuff at you of like he sees his mom on the street, and it's like, whoa, wait, what, what's happening right now? And then not even revealing, Barry going back and screwing everything up until the end, or at least showing you that. Like I love
He's the villain.
Yeah. And then you're just sitting there this whole time being like, it's got to be Reverse Flash, but no, he's just capitalizing on Barry's grief as Barry goes off and destroys the universe.
And he's so nihilistic. He's like, nah, you did this.
I'd
rather us all die.
You brought this to me. I'm just joining the ride.
I just wanted one last fight so I could see you lose.
And I love too that like here. See, this is the thing. It's like it's strengthened even. I was watching this and thinking like, okay, so I can see some of the threads of this in like what Zack Snyder does, say, with Batman. And it was getting me to that point where I'm like, but I get the sort of rigidity of certain fans about Batman and guns. Because like I can, as much as I ideologically don't like gun-toting Batman, if the movie is whatever enough for my taste or whatever, I can handle it. It's fine. But here it made me appreciate, I was like, having Thomas Wayne become Batman, it makes a lot more sense that this guy would be the gun-using Batman from the angle of the grief, through which he is seeing all this.
And if Thomas Wayne uses guns and Bruce Wayne uses guns, Thomas Wayne's not exceptional.
Yeah, and so
like you can't make a Thomas Wayne in the Snyder universe, really?
Yeah. So I was like, it's the perfect contrast because you see Batman, and I love that they used Batman, and that's a different voice casting as
Kevin
well.
McKidd,
right?
I believe.
Okay. Because it's like I love the contrast, and I love that you really get to live in that when you meet Thomas as Batman, and I love the reveal of that. I love that they changed the design so that you can be like, wait a minute, and then it finally comes out and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But also, the true contrast of the themes there of him being a more nihilistic Batman, but not, I guess what I loved so much about that turn, finally to get to the point, is the nuance that he's not actually like Bizarro Batman or like Nega Batman. He's just a harsher, tougher,
Saw his kid get murked and his wife go insane.
Yeah, he's a more nihilistic Batman. His wife became the Joker. Like, of course this guy's going to be the way he is, but he's not a villainous version. They set you up to think that, okay, this is Reverse World, so he's going to be a villain. But, I like that you have him somewhere in the middle. Cyborg is still just good guy Cyborg.
Yeah.
And then Wonder Woman and Aquaman are completely off the deep end over there. And then you've got all these other figures sort of like in limbo in between. And it's just like the way everybody gets recontextualized and why they become the different people on this timeline. I thought was just so cool. And the experience of how they developed and showed you that was like so fun and engaging.
About a third in, I remember like mentioning aloud, like, I'm so impressed at how much the arcs are paying off. Like they do a really good job. We know these heroes, and even if you're not like the most diehard fan, they're so archetypal, you know what you expect of them. They did a really good job in so fast a fashion going like, but in this universe, tweak, and you still are like, I buy it. That would be the thing. Like Aquaman is one bad day away from taking over the planet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the one bad day concept I love so much. It's usually in tune with Batman, but one bad day is always that like heroes can fall. Like, and I love that Wonder Woman and Aquaman, you know, Wonder Woman, Themyscira is always like, men, like you guys have destroyed our planet. I love that she refers to Gaia at one point, like the daughters of Atlantis. All those things are authentic to Wonder Woman. Like they did the damn thing and they did it so quickly and so well. And the casting was so immaculate. Like this movie was so good.
Yeah, and I mean, like, all the voices, too, like, I really enjoyed, like, you sit through these movies and you're like, okay, who's everybody? Who's playing everybody?
Yeah.
But this had the right blend, too, of, like, okay, there are a couple recognizable voices, but it's also, not too distracting either. Like, I don't know, I'm sure, certain people are sitting there picking everybody out.
I didn't hear Carrie Elways once. I was so impressed.
Yeah.
He dropped some octaves and got zesty.
Yeah, like, it's great. Like, this is, like, it's so weird watching these because then you're like, wow. They really should just study these when they're making this.
I would love this live action.
Yeah, don't just, carbon copy them, but I feel like it's interesting to note, like, I guess, who must be the creative voices behind all these because they do seem to really encapsulate the vibe of the DC universe, but also know really conscientiously how to deliver the stories efficiently.
Because, I mean, I've thought from the beginning, maybe not a trilogy, maybe at least 2 movies, though, but I've thought from the beginning you could do a movie about, like, this movie opens up with our Justice League getting into some hijinks. You've got the Rogues. You could have a series of Flash movies give us the Rogues, and then it's like, oh my god, all the Rogues in one, and then you have the Justice League have to fight them. That's like an opening to a movie that then devolves into like the mystery and like what's going on. You introduce this world, and then the movie ends with like everything going wrong, like everything, and you leave a cliffhanger like Infinity War. And then the second movie is just the Black Hawk Down of it all. You're fighting on this planet. You've got everything going wrong. And then the third act is him having to sacrifice his own mother and all those things. Like, that's 6 hours. Like, that's so much movie.
And you could spend a good amount of time subplotting just their relationship to the point where, when it finally comes time to sever that cord, you feel just as much of that pain. Like, that's one thing. Like, here, I do think that, it's not the point and it's not like any the worse off for it. But I'm like, yeah, if I could have spent more time seeing a couple scenes with Barry and his mom's relationship.
Barry and Iris, Barry and his mom.
Iris, yeah, just to see just to make it that much harder to know what the sacrifice is going to be.
He has to watch his mom die and hold himself back.
Yeah.
He has to kill his mother.
He has to fully embrace the moment. Yeah, and it's so harsh. And even though, the Serenity Prayer is, well worn and much used.
Well here.
Is it used in the book? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But hearing it, it's different aloud. Like I wouldn't have put that together with the 12 steps, but it totally my brain reading it, I don't put that there, but hearing it for some reason it does because I think movies use it, so it's an auditory cue.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm just so impressed with this.
Yeah, and Superman too. Like that's again, they build your expectations in something like this. Again, the way they disconcert you with these little alternate details that starts to stack up, and then you realize the world isn't as it should be. Like when they go to get Superman too, I love that where he doesn't really speak much because of course he's been kept in this vault since
and
he was a kid.
Atrophied. And I love that he didn't just bulk back up in the sun because he wouldn't.
I thought I was waiting. I was like, are they gonna just make it so the sun inflates
he flies up,
him
he comes back, and he's exactly. That would have felt so. But I love that he stays alien and hollow and we did that to him.
Yeah, and then he goes off and has a training montage off screen, and then comes back.
Has to sort it out.
Yeah, and he becomes like a creature, but like a sympathetic creature, and it's again that and Batman. It's like Batman shows up, and it's like, okay, they're making the obvious. Oh no, it's not the obvious choice, and then Superman shows up, and it's even less the obvious choice.
It's one of my favorite Elseworlds period. And the movie, this is one of my favorite animated movies, period.
Well, yeah, because I think it's got the right blend of there's a lot of fun, nerdy shit happening, but also it's not just the bingo card of all the, I feel like in the more we're just going to give you what you want. It's like, okay, we're going to have evil Batman show up, and then we're going to have evil Superman show up, and, it's going to be, something like, I don't know, like any number of like Bizarro or Justice League Dark.
Plenty
of
those, yeah. Those exist, and like much like Red Sun, it's one twist.
Yeah,
like what I love is when it's like tweak, and then it just ramifications.
Yeah, and it's like where things end up, it makes sense because it's not exactly what you expect. And I'm like, of course, Aquaman, like, of course, Atlantis and Themyscira would be in a conflict like this, given these change in sensibilities.
What
and
a great butterfly effect to
really
have
well
it be
thought
plausible.
out.
Yeah,
and that dice roll of like, well, yeah, some people are still going to be your allies and still going to be the same. Some people are going to fall into the middle, and some people are going to be very much not what you remember.
And the animation on this, like, it was brutal, but I was also endeared to the characters. It reminded me a lot of the Animatrix, actually. Like a lot of that style where they had a lot of really meticulous while still looking expensive but not being overwrought.
And good placement of when to use like CG animation versus what appears more at this point in time. It's like I can never track when things are drawn by hand or versus drawn on a computer. But yeah, seeing the actual 2D style and then where they chose to embellish and I mean like the realization of the Speed Force I really liked.
Yeah, the silence, man. I back to that again. Like the sound design here is great. Like
Yeah.
you jumping a couple times was largely sound design. Sure. And it was funny because I jumped a couple times because they'd manipulate, and whether it's my memory or they changed it slightly from the comic book, but like when people would be taken out, like a couple times it was like, aha, gotcha. And like they did such a good job because in the comic books, like the comics are great because your imagination is a lot of the sorrow. Like you're experiencing it and you're visualizing it and you're like having those moments with the character and obviously in the movie they're delivering those moments to you. But a lot of times you turn the page and be like, whoa! And they do that here with a sound like design. Like they're like someone getting taken out by a laser will be the same, like whoa! And it's so well done.
So very it's very cinematic that way. Which again is like it's the perfect middle ground. I feel like I love these animated joints, and we got a little bit. Like Batman is not. I mean, the Thomas Wayne Batman we spend the most time with, but like we got a little bit of Kevin Conroy.
I
in here
really
too.
enjoyed that. Like as soon as I heard his voice, because I don't know which ones he did and which ones he didn't. So anytime I hear Kevin Conroy, it's always like, okay, good, I'm home.
Yeah,
we're home, Chewie. We're home.
We're home.
Like I just hear that man's voice, and it's correct.
Yeah, and too, like, to come back to one of the top tier, one of the S tier DC animateds, it's heartwarming, especially here where we're now just awaiting the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, that final performance.
This is my favorite modern DC animated film. I know I need to see more, but like Batman Mask of the Phantasm, I consider a childhood classic. I don't think I've had this good of an. You know what? I'm gonna broaden that. I think this is my favorite comic book animated film of modern time.
Wow!
All stop, like everything. Woo. Like I had such a great experience.
Better than DC League of Super Pets.
Enjoyed it. 4.5 stars. This is 4.5 stars. This is a damn near A+. Like this was so well done.
Yeah.
Like this gave me the same feelings that Phantasm did as a kid. That when I rewatched, I'm like, okay, good. It's as good as I thought.
Yes.
This anew got me. Like I'm so impressed. I'm so happy.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah, dude. Have we left any stones unturned?
Casting, animation, adaptation, zeal. More of this in the comments. Let us know what other ones. We've done Red Hood. We have now done this immaculate piece of Flashpoint glory. Let us know in the comments. 1, if there is a direct sequel, if that apocalypse moment led to something directly. 2, if there's another favorite, like what your favorite is that you'd like to watch us watch next. And 3, when does Mr. Miracle come in? If they're doing Dark Side, where's my boy? Because I don't want to know. I want to see it. I want to be surprised.
Okay.
So tell me so we can watch it and be like, there's my guy. Answer it.
Do answer it,
cryptically.
but be cryptically.
Yeah, be like, I think you'd like this movie, Coy, for no reason whatsoever. I'm so impressed. Any last notes?
No, I'm dazzled, and these all often, again, not that I've seen them all, but like the truly good ones, they make you feel the wealth of possibility that all of these, both animated, live action, and otherwise, could be. And I like that feeling, especially when it comes to DC. I feel like this is, again, the pocket of DC that everybody kind of unanimously sort of agrees on, minus a couple movies here and there, whereas, I feel like people don't talk as much about the animated Marvel movies as they do the live-action Marvel movies, whereas DC, like, has such a beautiful grip on that, and then I just see stuff like this, and I'm like, I hope they can bring some of this sensibility and decision-making to their live-action division.
They're about to. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
And I mean, James Gunn and Peter Safran have said that, they want their universe to connect across the media. So, movies, shows, animated, video games, and otherwise. So I keep hoping that in these phases, and part of why I'm very much rooting for Marvel's, new slate of animated shows is like, I feel like the superhero ecosystem should have a strong animated division, wing, etc. for all these different universes.
I'm going to say something that's very bold. This was everything I wanted What If to be.
Yeah, though. It is. Yeah, because it feels impactful.
And yet also is an Elseworld.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel any less because it's an Elseworld.
Yeah, exactly. It
At
doesn't
no
feel like
point-
a light side quest that isn't very consequential. And I mean, they set themselves
And the
up.
What If, animation's gorgeous, voice cast, immaculate, like all those things.
There's so
But
much
it
fun.
always felt like it was just over here. This felt as riveting as anything live action.
Yeah, and it's weird because this doesn't need to tell you that it's going to be very important. And I
No,
feel like
but
with
it
What If,
still
they were
is.
like, it's going to connect, it's going to be important, and then it didn't.
Like this,
Didn't
and
really.
I hate when people compare one to the other negatively. I'm just saying all the boxes I wanted checked were checked.
Yeah.
And that's incredible.
Yeah.
Stay golden, Pony Boy. That's a
Stay
reference to C. Thomas
gold.
Howell being Professor Zoom. I love this very much. That is going to do it. Please leave a comment, leave a like, share this with your friends, do all the things you do on the tubes of you. I loved this very much. I'm excited for the next one. Let us know what you want that to be. And we'll be back for more of this DC animated goodness that I am loving. We'll see you soon. Have a good holiday. Hug your friends.
Wait, Coy.
Wait.
You want to shout out a patron?
Oh, I want to shout out. Yeah, of course I
shout
do.
out a patron.
Let's shout out a
Coy.
patron.
Let's
Okay,
do
who we
it.
got? And our special, super sexy reject is going to be Adelia Chamberlain because a little crossover between the Koi Pond and Reject Nation.
That's right.
I know this name very well. Helps me keep my Discord sane. I don't know those buttons. I don't know what those fonts mean. I don't even know how to do control anything. Adelia keeps me sane.
Adelia's a pro.
She's so good. And like, I'm barely, I get in there once, twice a week and I go like, oh no, things are on fire. She's like, got you. So
got a fire
much
extinguisher,
love and
Coy.
appreciation with the Discord fire extinguisher. Because frankly, I'm not going to learn. I'm at that age. I can't.
I've accepted that I will never understand
I'm
Discord.
old man's yell at cloud with Discord. I'm like, I can't begin to learn this new tech.
See, I'm trying not to be that way about TikTok.
I'm better at TikTok than Discord,
You
and that's
are.
saying something because I am that bad at both. But Adelia keeps it moving.
Adelia's great at everything.
Adelia Chamberlain making things work. So special patron love out to Adelia for keeping us all sane.
Yeah. Love you, dear. Have a happy holiday.
Now do we say the wrap out stuff? Or have we done that?
No, this is done.
Ends on
Let's roll
Adelia.
that end screen.
End screen.